Good evening, dear friends, and welcome to our 10 o'clock vigil on this Friday night. It is good to have your company this evening. But first, as is customary, every time we go live, we always light a candle for peace, for the whole family of God. And I would like to read this beautiful prayer, if I may. When I am troubled by negative thoughts and emotions, Lord, I praise you and thank you that you have given me a sound mind. I lay claim that this day, thank you that you are not the author of confusion, but of peace. I choose peace this day, and I worship you, the God of peace. Thank you that I have the mind of Christ. Thank you that you enable me to cast down every argument and high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of you, and bring every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. Help me to be renewed in my mind and put on the new person you created me to be in righteousness and holiness. What a beautiful prayer. As we begin our vigil, let us just come to this place with an open heart, a heart that is not closed through fear, negativity, but a heart that is opened. And we achieve that openness the moment we take the Master, the Cosmic Christ's word to our heart. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me, for I am meek and humble of heart. But to be the recipient of this promise, we are empowered by the I Am presence within our soul, the presence of God, to surrender our heart to God. So let us now surrender our heart, and let us relax at this place, a place where God is present, because the words of Jesus is true. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am with you. And looking on the number who have joined us is 14. So God is present. The Christ is present. So let us sit back and relax. Maybe you've had a stressful day. Maybe your day has gone from one crisis to another. Maybe you're unwell, suffering, feeling alone, or maybe adrift on an open sea, unloved, uncared for. Let us be still now and just focus on our breathing, on our in-breath. Let's take a nice, deep, non-labored in-breath. And now let's hold it. And as we release our fears and tensions and worries to Mother Earth, let us sense a release. Relax now. And in our next in-breath, we invite, invoke, and call upon the Cosmic Christ to breathe the breath of God through us. Breathe in and hold it, and now release a blessing on all gathered here. And finally, for our third in-breaths, let us breathe in the love of the divine feminine energies of God. Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, Gaia, Isis. Now hold your in-breaths and now release a blessing to the world, to the children of God who are hurting in mind, body and spirit. Relax now. Relax in the arms of your God, Goddess. Whoever it is you believe in, just be still in their presence and sense the peace all around you. Be aware of your senses as you come into the cathedral of God, a cathedral of light, a cathedral that has no walls, a cathedral of love, because God is love. God is love. So you may want to repeat after me the beautiful words of the prayer to the Holy Spirit. Breathe on me, O breath of God. Fill me, your child, with life anew, that I may love what thou dost love and do what thou wouldst do. Breathe on me, breath of God. Now just relax and be aware of who you are, a child of God, a beloved of God, called by name. To be still. Relax now. You are worthy of this as a child of God. I'm going to read to you something that I was given before we went live. And it's titled A Celebration of Life. O life that loves us into being, we love you, life, and we celebrate the gifts you bring to us, the splendor and terror of the storm, the breathless moment just before dawn, the stunning variety of life, both delicate and strong. We came into being from love, embracing life with passion, living in bodies both vulnerable and strong. Living this fragile life, we have seen the tragedy of AIDS, men and women reduced to skeletal selves, only to finally die. Children robbed of their entire lives. Our hearts and minds are with all of those whose lives are gone. We have felt the tragedy of AIDS, some of us in our own bodies, others in our souls. Our hearts and minds are with all those throughout the world infected with the virus. We can envision the tragedy of AIDS, what it can become if not stopped. Through prevention, education, research and treatment. Our hearts and minds are with all of those who fight the hard and seemingly endless fight. May we find the hope and comfort we need to continue. Whatever challenges and trials lie before us, may we find peace. Whatever chaos surrounds us, so may it be for all of us. Let us reflect on those words. And as a senior nurse who spent many years in palliative care, caring for the dying, both in hospital and in the community in their own home, I witnessed head on the tragedy, the heartache of watching a loved one die, trying to comfort their partner, their family, their children. It is a privilege to be present at the celebration of one's life as they go through the death and dying process. It is not gloom and doom. It is a place of hope. Hospices are places of hope. People are happy there. They face their greatest fear head on. They don't run away and hide. Spirit of love, so many of the issues that divide us exist only in our minds, created from our misconceptions and misunderstandings. May we look with the eyes of spirit and the eyes of heart to see beyond the barriers we built to cloak our fears, and the monuments we erected to celebrate our foolishness. These are our prayers of diversity. Let the colors of our skin be seen as richly hued paints on the canvas of humanity. We shall not allow the variety of our experiences, the unique traditions of our families, nor the genetics of our birth to be diminished by the false epithet of race. Let the inspiration of our affections be seen as manifest ways of expressing love. We shall not allow the physical assumptions of bodies, the mistaken injustices of the past, nor the brutal ignorance of prejudice to denigrate the inner knowledge of our gendering. Let the patterns of our lives be seen as ever-changing rivers, whose shores create rich landscapes, and whose common destination is the green ocean of life. We shall not allow the dictates of fashion, the presumption of numbers, nor the fear of death to belittle the accumulation of our years. Fear and foolishness will fade away when the spirit is set free. So let it be for you, so let it be for me. Amen. Magnificent, don't you think? Let us relax now and come to this oasis of love here at our little monastery in Storrs, a tiny little village in the South Lakes of the United Kingdom. I invite you to come with me and sit with us in our monastery garden, and there behold, enfold, hold and listen to the voice of God speak to your heart. As we close our eyes, we can see the monastery garden. We can hear the waterfalls and the three-tier fountain of water gently cascading down in a flower bed right in the center of the monastery garden, where there are beautiful white lilies all around. And it is serene. And in every corner you will find a figurine or a statuette of Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Francis of Assisi, and various Buddhas and angels. And overhead you will hear the chimes, both wooden, metal, and glass. And the gentle breeze from the angels of air create a cacophony of the most exquisite sound of the chimes. And your sense of smell is greeted by an abundant array of fragrances coming from the herb garden by the main door. And around you, you can smell the roses, the lavateria, the eucalyptus, rosemary, and the beautiful night-scented stock and the sweet peas in profusion. And using your gift of sight, you can see the colors, the most beautiful, delicate pastel colors. And as you relax, you sense the peace and love of your God-Goddess. And with every in-breath that you breathe in, you can sense the healing touch of Mother Earth flow up through your feet, balancing, cleansing, and restoring all of your chakras. And from the heavens comes Mother Mary, bringing to you gifts from her Son, the Cosmic Christ, flooding your mind with love, releasing all fear and tension. And with each in-breath you breathe in, you are breathing in a mother's love. And as it makes its way to your heart, you sense it unraveling the knots of fear built up over time. And the love of Mother Mary greets our beloved Gaia, our Earth Mother, and together they create a vortex of love. And you feel that love pulsating in your heart, leaving you totally at peace, calm, still. And all around you, nature is blessing you. There is a benediction of grace. And the choristers of God are singing. The birds, the blue tits, the thrushes and blackbirds. There is an array of birds, and you can hear them praising God with you. And the three little monastery helpers, our three little dogs, Winston, Poppy, and Clemmy, come to rest by your feet. You are aware of them from the warmth of their little bodies. As they nestle by your feet, they feel safe with you, but they bring a blessing. They bring to you a special blessing. They invite you to receive it. And as you breathe in, you feel the love from the cathedral of light that has no walls. You can see the Christ coming towards you with his mother and Magdalena. And there's a procession of angels coming and you can hear the most exquisite music where the angels are playing their harps, and one has an incense boat with smoke coming from it. And as they come nearer to you, the fragrance of frankincense is truly overwhelming. They stand before you and they bless you with the incense. And you know in your being that this is an act of great reverence, for they are blessing the divine already within your being. And your guardian angel joins you with your named archangel from birth, stands beside you. And the Christ comes up to you with Mother Mary and Magdalena, and they smile on you. They take your hand, they stand you up, and they embrace you in a trinity of blessings where you are loved. You are loved. And all the fear, anxiety, and tension is just flowing from you to Mother Earth. And she's recycling all of that negative, painful energy into positive energy. And you feel the love of Mother Mary, the gentleness of God's Mother with Magdalena and the Christ. And they hold you, almost suffocating you with love. And he whispers in your ear, "You are a child of God. You are loved, and you were born for this, to receive the love of your God, having surrendered your life and your heart to the Father, Mother God. Be still now, and allow their love flow through you freely, effortlessly and lovingly. Relax. Be still. And in this sacred hour, you know in your heart of hearts that you are loved without question. And now Mother Mary invites you to take back your power from those who've wounded you, and smiles with a mother's smile. And Magdalena asks your permission to anoint your crown chakra, the top of your head, with the healing oils of spikenard. As a child of God, a child who is loved, and now anoints your hands and kneels before you and anoints your feet with the healing touch of her love. and the Christ takes you in his arms and he says, release, let go, and let God be in your life by surrendering to love, not fear. And you open your eyes and they've gone. But the 3 dogs are still by your feet, the birds are still singing, and the angels of air are blowing that gentle breeze over your face, and you are relaxed. And now we just share with you the beautiful prayer